the like button, please. Hit the like button. Do that for me. Please do that for me. You know? It's only right. Especially if you're a die-hard fan that watch damn near every live stream. You should feel obligated. Yeah. About to get started. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, more than usual. Other than just reacting to videos and shit. Rare Breeze, let me know something in the live chat. I just want to know you here rocking with me. We family. What up, Lauren? What up, Ricardo? Yeah, got a few things to talk about tonight. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So much to go over, man. Let's get the donations up, man. I'm trying to stay on 2 hours. So much to talk about, so much to go over. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Women have it hard. Okay, women have it hard. You have no idea what women go through every day. Okay.
You want to test out my memes? What up, T Orlando? Oh, we got 12 people in here pretty early. A couple things I want to talk about. Let's see what's popping on Rumble. One person on Rumble. All right. Where do I want to start? This is where I want to start. There's a lot of men in these times that just feel hopeless and they don't feel motivated and inspired to go out in the world and do much. It's like I can't get a woman. So if I can't get a woman, I'm not gonna have a family. So what's the point of this shit? What's the point of me getting out there in the world, working hard, trying to get a house and trying to establish myself in any real way in society if there's no benefit? I feel like I can't get a woman. Um, I feel like I'm displaced. Other men don't respect me because I don't have X, Y, and Z. So what's the point? I might as well just work part time at the pizza shop, stay in my mom's basement, play video games, and jack off. And honestly, in the society we live in today, I feel them. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what men should do, but I see where they're coming from. You know, I totally see where they're coming from. But I would tell men to find something that does inspire you and motivate you. Not necessarily to motivate you to make a lot of money, but just motivate you to get up in the morning and do something. Even if it's getting up in the morning and doing your YouTube channel. Just aspire for something for yourself, not for the prospect of getting a woman or having a family. I mean, I think that's where we're headed. Men are gonna have to find something else to feel inspired and motivated by. And there's things out there that can bring that motivation and inspiration. But yeah, we have to acknowledge that, just naturally, a man wants to be with a woman. Naturally, throughout history, a woman has been a man's inspiration to become something. But since everything is all out of whack now, we have to find other things to get us up in the morning, so to speak. But what inspired this topic, I was talking to someone I know earlier, a woman, an older single woman, and she was saying how she's running into, men in their 40s and 50s who still like live with their auntie or sister or whatever, or they still working at a warehouse or whatever. And she was talking about how some of these guys, they may have been divorced or maybe their kids are grown. And I was trying to tell her, like, I mean, yeah, if a dude is 55 and live with his aunt and his kids are already grown, they're not really super dependent on him anymore, and he already got divorced, he doesn't really have any motivation to, like, step it up, so to speak, or like level up. Because the truth is, men don't really care about all the materialistic shit. The materialistic shit is to get a bitch, like, for the most part, or to sustain our families. I mean, most men are happy in their studio apartment with their PlayStation and their beer in the fridge, and we could just chill. All the materialistic stuff is pretty much for women and children, essentially. So I was telling female X that, because she asked me if I was 55 and my kid was grown and my wife divorced me and I lived with my aunt, she was trying to get me to say essentially that I would feel obligated or motivated to level up so my daughter can see me in a certain light and so people can see me in a certain light. And I was telling her, like, men get to a point where we don't give a fuck about how people see us anymore, especially if you like 50 plus. You get to a point where I don't, you don't give a fuck if the world see you as a loser at that point. Or some people get to that point at a younger age. Um, um, and she was saying, well, at that age, wouldn't you want to go back out and date? I mean, we didn't go into detail. We got off the phone, you know, shortly after this. But I'm like, I was thinking in my head, like, no, a 55-year-old divorced man, his daughter is going to set up something to have a halfway decent retirement at that point. I think she said, well, don't you want to go back to school? Like, no, I'm not going back to school at 55. But the point was, like, she was trying to get me to say that I will level up so I can be worthy of a bitch again. And I was trying to explain to her at 55 and after I've been divorced, I don't care about being worthy for a bitch again. I'm over it at that point. And that's what women aren't getting in these modern times. Men are just, we're over it. We're over it. For many reasons that I talk about on this channel. It's just not worth the juice, just isn't worth the squeeze. No, I'm not gonna level up for a bitch or to have a prospect of a bitch. If anything, I'm just gonna do it because I want to do it or whatever reason, or I just don't want to live with my aunt anymore, or she's annoying me or whatever. That would be what motivate me. But I was telling her, like, no, at 55, if my aunt cool with me living there and me just helping her with some bills, then fuck it. I see why dudes is 55 living with their aunt. I mean, I'm curious to see. I know there's some guys in here who be like, hell no, I ain't staying with my aunt at 55 or whatever. But I understand. Well, let me read some comments. T. Orlando says, "Well, not exactly. No woman. I got one coming over now, and I'm gonna get a little something on my trip." Yeah. X says, "I'm there now, RB. I'm 63, divorced, and I'm done dating and level up for what?" Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say my age, but I'm not. I'll just say I'm not in my 50s or up yet. And my motivation, I wouldn't be motivated to level up for a bitch at this point in my life. I would level up for myself or just, because you just look, you just need money to be comfortable in life. So that would be my motivation um for that. But no, to level up for a woman at this point in my life, no, I've seen too much. I know too much about female nature to even really desire. I mean, we all desire companionship on some level. We're human. We're human. All right, Ricardo. Um, so we could be real about that. We're human. We want companionship. But I'm gonna dive into this on one of the videos we're gonna go over about how a woman isn't worth leveling up for, period, at any age. These like, so I don't like when people kind of spin that. Oh, you got to do this so you can attract a woman or get a woman. No, bitches ain't worth me doing nothing extra for. If she don't want to be with me just for me, nothing, I'm cool. But we gonna get into that. But another aspect of the conversation I was having with the older woman, she was complaining about running into so-called low quality men in their, 40s and 50s, 60s maybe even. And I didn't tell her this, but in my head, I'm like, I mean, yeah, after 40, ladies, you don't qualify for anything even average at that point. But women can't fathom ever being low value. They just can't fathom it because they've always been on the throne and been able to say, nope, not you, not you. Like even before dating apps, they were able to just swipe, 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 swipe. Even in real life, they just swipe. They have the swipe mentality. Nope, you're not good enough. Nope, you're not good enough. Nope, you're not good enough. It's like most women think they're better than most men and have for probably forever. Or not forever, but definitely in my lifetime. Um, so they can't fathom like, wait, I don't qualify for anything average or above average. Well, not even average. They still think they deserve something above average over 40. I'm like, whoa, slow your roll. You don't even deserve average at this point. You're a 40-plus-year-old woman. Yes, you qualify for the 55-year-old man who live in his aunt basement. Sorry. I mean, there's exceptions to the rule, but that is the rule. Over 40, you're cooked. So either find the value in a low value man. Let me reword that. Let me reword that. Because this is the other thing I wanted to talk about. Women get so caught up in trying to get a big dog with money and status, and they always get caught up in trying to level up. Okay, I'm gonna leave this 4, and then the next guy I'm gonna try to get a 5. Okay, I'm not satisfied with this 5. The next guy I'm gonna try to get a 6, or let me just try to get a 9 or 10 guy, or top 10% guy, or top 1% guy. This is what women don't understand. If you can't make a relationship work with an average Joe or below average Joe, you damn sure can't make a relationship work with a top tier man. The same qualities and characteristics it take to make a relationship work with a low value man are the same ones and fundamentals that you're gonna need for that top tier man. And that's what they just don't fucking get. So I'm gonna give you an example. Or let me just say this first. Bare minimum is enough to make a relationship work. Somebody coming, male and female, somebody coming to the table with bare minimum is enough to make a relationship work. So any woman who can't have a successful relationship with a man that's bringing bare minimum, she's never going to be in a successful relationship with anybody for any reason. Period. Because those are the fundamentals. Bare minimum are the fundamentals. If you can't win a basketball game with a team that has all the fundamentals down, then look, you fucking suck. Like you see what I'm saying? Like I'm not big into sports, but I'm sure y'all know about certain teams throughout history who seemed like they had a good team, but they just couldn't. They still suck. Like they had a good big man, a good point guard. The coach was decent, but they just sucked that year for some reason. But they had all the fundamentals. They should have been able to win with the fundamentals. Something is majorly wrong if you couldn't win with the fundamentals. Like, so let me give y'all an example. If y'all brought me a woman who was a one, she was fat, she was ugly, she had a little bit of a mustache and a beard. She had a deep man voice, but she was a woman. She was officially a woman. She just had a weird man voice. But even though all those negatives I just said, she was good to me. She cooked, she cleaned, she was nice. I could make that relationship work, even though she's a one. She fat, she ugly, and she got a man voice. But she's loving, sweet, caring, nurturing, cooking, and cleaning. Those fundamentals, the bare minimum, I could work with it and make that relationship work. So flip it to a woman. Oh, every woman should be able to make it work with a dude who's 5'1", work at McDonald's, can't fight his way out of a paper bag. I mean, well, maybe I let me start over. Okay. Every woman should be able to make a relationship work with a 5'1" ugly broke dude who can't fight his way out of a paper bag, but he's loving, caring, nurturing, and even though he can't fight his way out of a paper bag, he gonna pick up a stick, a pipe, get a gun, and do everything in his power to protect you. And to me, there's many aspects of a man protecting a woman. Most of it isn't I'm jumping in front of a bullet. Most of it is my structure and discipline and rules to keep you safe and not a bullshit. So he has that, and he got a gun. Let's just say. So even though he ugly and broke and he can't fight, he's coming with enough fundamentals and bare minimum. Every woman should be able to make a relationship work with that man if she a good woman or a decent woman. A bare minimum is enough. So any woman who left, man after man after man, you're never gonna make a relationship work. If you ever left a man who had the fundamentals and the bare minimum, look, the problem wasn't him. Well, he didn't level up enough. It don't matter. Even if he did level up, you don't have what it takes to make a relationship work. And even if you leave the guy who didn't level up or whatever, and you meet the guy who is leveled up, you ain't gonna be able to make the relationship work with him either because you don't have the fundamentals. So basically, what I'm saying is, any woman who can't make a relationship work with a loser who a good dude ain't gonna be able to make it work with a winner who a good dude. Um, what else did I want to talk about? Um, I forgot what else I was gonna talk about? I should have wrote it down. Let me see if I could remember. Uh, oh, I remember now. This whole thing about a man getting with a woman with a kid, and then he raised that kid from, let's say, 1 to 10 years old, but then that relationship don't work out, and you got dudes who like, oh, that's still my son, so I'm still gonna be in my son life because I raised them from 1 to 10. Like, I get it, I totally get it, but this is why you just shouldn't date a woman with kids. Because that woman is gonna use your bond with her kid that's not really yours to manipulate you to get shit out of you, and you essentially gonna have to pay for that kid, and she's gonna come to you like you're her baby daddy. So you're a step baby daddy. Think about how crazy that is, and you got to deal with all the bullshit that comes with if that was really your kid and this was your toxic baby mama, but that's not your kid. So she's still gonna call you when the new boyfriend is beating her. She beat me in front of little Roger. And now what? You gotta come over with the pistol and what? For a chick you're not even with no more, and a kid that's not even yours. And she, anytime the kid needs something, she gonna call you. You basically the dad. Like you're taking on all the burden and responsibility of this bitch and the kid. and it's not even your kid. She's gonna milk you, like, she's gonna milk that, the fact that you have a bond with that kid, and she's gonna take advantage of it like women do, and use that kid that's not even yours as a bargaining what is it, bargaining chip? I always used to get confused, like, is it bargaining ship or bargaining chip, like a chip in the casino? Let's look it up. So, yeah, my advice, a valuable resource concession to go yeah, bargaining chip, yep. So, yeah, I would advise you not to date single mothers. Because the woman I was talking to was talking about that situation too. One of the dudes she was talking to, like, he had to go pick up his daughter, or he would bring his quote unquote daughter around, but then found out it wasn't his actual daughter. And I'm like, no, that's too much of a tie to my ex. Because what if that relationship ended really bad and she did some really foul shit to me? Now I still have to have contact with this horrible woman because I have a bond with her kid. Nah, I couldn't do it. I would have to just cut. Unfortunately, I would have to just cut ties with the kid too, because it's just too much mess and convoluted bullshit and drama that I potentially got to deal with. On top of trying to deal with my own affairs and trying to move on with my own romantic life. Nah, no, no, no. It's too much baggage, too much bullshit I can get into all over a kid that's not even mine. So no. And then I'm still possibly getting used by the mother and no, 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 no. Single mothers just aren't worth it. I just wanted to speak on like that's another reason why single mothers aren't worth it. Because a lot of men, if they build a bond with that kid or raise that kid for 10 years or whatever, they will feel obligated. And maybe I would too, the building a bond with that kid, but it's not worth it. Yeah, everybody hit the like button. What the likes looking like? Yeah, let's get the likes up. 16 people watching, only 9 likes. Let's get to 13 likes, y'all. We could do it. So yeah, before I press play on the video, um, so y'all want me to stay on 2 hours? We looking to meet a $25 live stream goal. I definitely got plenty of content to go over tonight that I want to go over tonight. So yeah, $25 live stream goal to keep me on 2 hours. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor, king or queen of the stream, or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Even though YouTube take 30% off the top and make me wait 30 days to get it, 70% of something is better than 100% of nothing. Let's get into this ridiculous nonsense. Damn, it's already 8 o'clock on my side.
Womanly values and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow.
Okay, shout out to Crimson Cure. Shout out to her. Now this is no hate. This is no hate. She says she's a femininity coach. But every time I hear her say that, I'm gonna be honest. The first thing I think is Crimson Cure, based on your videos and stuff, you do not come across as feminine. The way you talk, like it's like kind of aggressive. It doesn't come across as feminine at all, Crimson Cure. I like the message and I support you, Crimson Cure, because you're getting the message out there. But I don't know if you could be a femininity coach, Crimson. You come across way too masculine to be a femininity coach. But respect though. I'm saying that with all due respect.
Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Excuse me. So we have a very interesting clip. I'm going to go ahead and let it play. Excuse me once again. I'm going to go ahead and let it play so you can hear just how delusional these concepts are that these women have come to about settling, about a man not making as much as them, and all of this type of stuff. Like, only to a very small point can you understand some of it. And then it gets to this really delusional place where the only thing that counts is money, which leads normal thinking people to believe that the relationship and the substance of the relationship itself doesn't mean as much as the finances in a so-called relationship, which renders it a transaction. But we're not going to dive into that right this second. I want to play this so you can hear it.
Man came along. Let's say y'all both make $500K a year. He's making $70K. He got a business plan. He got a vision. He's working towards that day in and day out. And you would have to look up at him on all the intangible. Does he get a chance?
No. I would rather be single. This is the thing.
Wow.
Let
Let me just let her cook. Let me just let her cook. I'm trying to see, should I speak on that already? So I think he might have misspoke. He said something about both of y'all make 500K, and then he said something about the man making 70K. What up, Raina? So let's just start here. I always just got to make this clear. Let's just assume this is a decent guy. You know, he makes 70K. He a good dude, but he just makes 70K. I mean, the hypothetical that he set up is he's hitting on all other cylinders or whatever you call it. He's checking off all the other boxes, but the only problem is he makes 70K. Okay. That man is better than you, even though he makes 70K and you make 500K. I look, men are superior to the woes. The bros are superior to the hoes, generally speaking. You know, physically, mentally, morally, more times than not. You know, at least 80% of the time. So your 500K don't even make you equal to him, even though he only makes 70K. He's still the big dog in this situation. When I knock on your $500,000 door, I'm still gonna ask for the man of the house because he's probably more logical than you. He probably has more common sense than you. I don't care if he only graduated high school and you got a Harvard degree. When I knock on your big mansion door, I want to talk to the man of the house. When some serious shit need to be talked to, I want to talk to the man of the house. So I just wanted to set that up like that. She probably make millions. A good 30K man is still better than her. And here's another thing. But keep in mind, she's single, so nobody should give a fuck what she talking about in the dating. Nobody should give a fuck what she's talking about on the dating topic to begin with, because she's over 40, I think, and still single. So nobody should give a fuck what she talking about as far as dating or what she would or wouldn't do in dating. It don't matter. You're a failure. You're a miserable failure in the dating market. So why should we give a damn what you talking about? So let me just set that up too. See, and here's another thing. When you really lock in with somebody, truly, you're not counting dollars like that. This all our money. If we really locked in, we gonna get married, we won now. This our money now. Even though I wasn't with you shooting in the gym, this our money now. We won. So keep that in mind too. Because I remember saying this on the Alive. All these boss bitches, they need to find them a good dude. I don't give a fuck if he at McDonald's, where he work. They need to find them a good dude and just get this nigga your money. Not obviously not as soon as she meet him, but you need to just find a good dude. Whether he make, I don't care if you a millionaire and he make 10K. What you need to do is lock in with a good dude, build with him, and after you build that bond, you need to just run him 80% of your pockets. Uh-oh. So we got some opposition. But before we get to the opposition, so Jack D says, "Man, that's misogynist." Yeah, we're gonna get into that. But anyway, yeah, just run him 80% of your pockets and let him be the man of the house that you want him to be. You want him to be the man of the house. You want him to be the big dog. Cool. You make 500,000 a year. Keep your little 100K. Because I want you to have escape money. I'm not trying to hold you hostage. I want you to have your stash on the side in case you ever want to leave. But women want a man to be the big dog. Okay, well, since you leveled up, give him 80% of your money and he will be the big dog. Give him 400K of your 500K. And he put it with his 70K, and now he the big dog and he can run shit because he got the money. Because I'll tell you right now, like, you having a decent man in your life is priceless. Trust me, it's priceless. And here's the point I want to make. Even broke men, women don't think about it like this, but a good broke man has a lot of value. You know what I mean? There's a lot of value in the average man, and even men who would be considered low value men. Life is about more than just fucking money. You know? But look, Jack, I'm gonna be real with you, Jack. Well, before I address you, Jack, women don't know a man's true value. And I can tell because they're always talking about fucking money. When I think about the value I bring to a woman's life, money, and I know y'all can say I don't have a lot of money or whatever. You can say what you want to say, think what you want to think. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Let's keep it vague. But men inherently bring value to a woman's life. A decent man inherently brings value to a woman's life. But these bitches aren't smart enough to know all the things a decent man could bring to their lives outside of money. Indeed. But they're not wise enough or they're not woman enough to recognize a man's true value. That's why they're always talking about money. Money's just a tool. And no, all women aren't the same, but most of them are very similar to enough where I can generalize in the way I generalize about the stuff I generalize about. So I agree, all women aren't exactly the same, but enough of them are the same on these topics where I can generalize. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get into the video some more. Um, yeah. But here's the thing, even if he's terrible at making money, like even if he's like that, he's just horrible at making money. But he a good dude in all these other ways. It was the pleasure would be all hers to cake this nigga up. I value manhood that much. If he a good dude, I know the true value. I don't care if it sound rainbowy. I value a good man above anything else damn near in this world. The most underrated thing in this world is a good man, an average good man. I ain't talking about rich, super powerful. The average Joe good man is the most underrated thing on this planet. The most overrated thing on this planet is a pretty bitch. I'm gonna say that again. The most underrated thing on this planet is an average Joe good man. The most overrated thing on this planet is a pretty bitch. So, in my opinion, if Oprah wanted to leave Stedman and get with me, and she gave me 80% of her wealth, but I'm her man and I'm gonna be her whatever protector, provider. I'm gonna be the man in her life, and I'm gonna stick with her until she passed. The pleasure is all hers for her to cake me. The honor is all hers. A good man is the ultimate prize for any woman. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Even a broke good man. So if a rich bitch has the honor and pleasure and privilege to have a good man in her life, I don't care if he's short, ugly, and broke. The pleasure is all hers to cake him up. Flat out. But um well, no, I'm not a thief. That's why I said no, I'm not gonna take a woman's money and leave with her money because I'm not a piece of shit. I said a good man. I didn't say a piece of shit. I said a good man. I was just using that as a hypothetical. I wouldn't even get in a relationship with a woman unless I was just using that as a hypothetical, but I wouldn't get into a relationship with a woman I didn't actually like. So I would still have to like the rich bitch for me to be with her. Who the hell is Emily Ratajkowski? Okay, Jack, are you a troll? Look, Jack, I'm willing to debate any points, but you gotta come with some real arguments against what I'm saying, other than name calling and calling me a misogynist. All right, let's continue. Let's get the donations up. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat.
At him on all the intangible. Does he get a chance?
No. I would rather be single. This is the thing.
Wow.
Let me tell you why. I have gotten to a certain point because I've built to a certain point. I am disciplined in everything. I'm disciplined in relationship with God, in my emotions, in my mentality, in my energy, in my body.
I hope this time will keep going.
No, we're gonna
This is not true. That doesn't even make sense.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas spy out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
I think she's disciplined in every way imaginable. That don't even sound. That's stupid, man. That's a stupid thing. There's no human on this planet that's disciplined in every single area that you could possibly be disciplined in. That's damn near perfection. So look, I got this for what she talking about.
This is just some nigga talking shit. This is just some nigga talking shit. And everybody's caught up in all that shit.
You know, sometimes we get so wrapped up in how a problem bothers us, we don't see what the problem really is.
In everything. I'm disciplined in relationship with God, in my emotions, in my mentality, in my energy, in my body, and how I eat. I am very disciplined. And so I would expect that a man is the same thing, because when you're disciplined, whatever you do the most is what compounds in your life. Why would I not give a shot to a person that makes $70,000 a year? I could put you on. Hell, I could even hire you. Come on, let's work together. We could do all of that. But as far as my man, because this is the thing, I refuse to give into a life where I start to feel like I can't have it all.
Are you fucking serious, ho? Like, look, niggas,
You won't have a man because a man can't be a man when he's saddled down up to his neck in debt with a dissatisfied woman who don't give a damn. She wants more and more and more. Let me tell you something, woman.
let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell.
You know, nobody can have it all. Nobody can have it all. That just shows that we're dealing with a fucking child. Only children and retarded people and women think they can have it all. That's some fairy tale shit. What world are you living in? What world are you living in? It's not possible to have it all. You sound slow. This is why people don't take women serious when they fucking talk. Some women deserve to be taken serious when they talk. But look, not most, and she's one of the most. Let's be real. Let's be real. These women are cooked, and they've been cooked, and it don't got nothing to do with not being able to find a man that make a certain amount of money. If a woman's single after 40, it's because she's not a good woman romantically. She may be a good woman in other areas of life, but she's not a good woman romantically. So even if she found this man that makes all this money, I don't think the relationship would work out. I think she's irreversibly damaged, and she's gonna use this. I just couldn't find nobody that make a certain amount of money as an excuse when she never finds anybody. That's gonna be her go-to excuse. I just couldn't find a man that make a certain amount of money. But don't you run in those circles? So it don't add up. Yeah, because you're not a good woman. And you're fucking past your prime. You hit the wall. You kind of aged out of dating at this point. Even though you look the way you look, I mean, you still could get fucked. But far as somebody wanting to build a life with you, nah. Especially when you got this type of mentality, I want more and more. No man with his right mind is gonna marry a woman who say, "I want it all. I ain't gonna be satisfied till I get it all." Well, that's never gonna happen. So you're never gonna be satisfied in a relationship with a man, because no man is perfect, and no man is gonna check off all your boxes. And no man is going to be able to fulfill your every need. That's not a thing. Women who actually can keep a man know that, and they grew past that. And they're living in reality, and that's why they're able to keep a man. This fairy tale shit, these women will stay single forever because this man that they have in their head doesn't exist and will never exist in this realm. People need to pick their 3 main things that they absolutely want in a person, and you gotta work with everything else. You gotta work with all the other flaws and shortcomings. That's just humanity. If a woman got 10 things on her list, you probably not gonna find a man that got 7. You'd be lucky if you get a man that, especially if we talking about the big stuff, especially if we talking about the big stuff, you'd be lucky if you find a man that got 5. You hit the jackpot if you if a man could meet the 5 big things.
On, let's work together. We could do all of that. But as far as my man, because this is the thing, I refuse to give into a life where I start to feel like I can't have it all.
That's
I
where
don't
the
believe that.
insatiableness and the gluttony, because if you already have it all, why do you
Exactly.
need a man to give you more? Like, that's the part of the conversation that I just cannot fully understand.
Bingo.
The part of the conversation that I just cannot fully understand.
And maybe
It's not
it's
love that they want.
maybe
It's not.
Let me finish. Hold on, let me
Why
finish.
does
Let me
money
finish.
have to be null and void
Is
of
it-
love?
I think it's
Because
because
you
y'all
already got
keep
money.
going to
You
money.
already-
Like,
yeah,
y'all
you already
don't
got money.
really chime on like the other intangibles as
But that's
much.
not
It's
I don't-
mostly about
Because
the
for
money.
me, it's not other tangibles. It's whole. It's all of it. If you're missing one, you can't rank one
It's
out
not
on a scale
missing,
of 1
though.
to 10. In my lifestyle, in people that I know, I don't really.
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
Bro left. What was his name? Jack D. Like, motherfuckers, our opposition just, they never have any points. Y'all ever notice that anytime somebody come in here and like try to like debate or like oppose what I'm talking about, or claim they want to call in, y'all don't have any fucking arguments. I think it's fun to debate. I just wish my opponents were more worthy. I wish I had some worthy adversaries. These niggas don't, these niggas and bitches don't ever have any arguments. All they got is name calling. Whatever. But look, no, there's no such thing as an all in one. You don't have everything. Like, you're capping. Nobody has it all. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's close to perfect. Like, oh, gosh.
It's
Out
not
on a scale
missing,
of 1
though.
to 10. In my lifestyle, in people that I know, I don't really know any people that make $70,000
Well, I
a
know.
year.
Like, what about a
I'm
high school
talking-
teacher
I'm
who
talking about-
loves the kids in his
I'm talking
community,
about-
who's not on that money
Mike,
shit? He
that's
wants
not
to
what
serve.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that I am around on a daily basis. The people.
Well, why didn't any of them snatch you up? You're making yourself sound worse. If you're this incredible woman with everything going for herself, you rich, you emotionally intelligent, etc., and you're around these top tier men who make 500K or more than you do, why aren't you with any of them? Seriously. I mean, I need answers. You're so fucking great, and you're around all these great rich men. Why aren't you married? Or why aren't you in a 10, 15-year relationship by now? You've been on the dating market for fucking 22 years minimum. What's the problem? Because you're not a good woman romantically, period. All right, shout out to Lauren. Just don't make you. They don't understand that makes them sound worse when they say I'm around these men.
Talking about. I'm talking about the people that I am around on a daily basis, the people that I call on my phone. It's different. So I will say my vantage point for what success looks like monetarily speaking is exponentially different than most people. I understand that. And
Goes back to what I said. If she can't make a relationship work with a 70K man, she's not going to be able to make a relationship work with a 700K man. The fundamentals to make a relationship work are the same for rich people and poor people, essentially. Because we're just human beings. We're just human beings. The fundamentals are the same. The bills might be different costs, but the fundamentals are the same. The parties might be more extravagant, but the fundamentals are the same. The car might be different, but the fundamentals are the same.
exponentially different than most people. I understand that. And I'm not here to wrong or shame the person that makes 70,000 because the truth is every single person deserves love. But like Tasia said, that's not going to happen with me because I live in a space where I want to follow the leadership of my man. I want my man to make the decisions inside of my household.
And if you were a good woman, you would let a man be a man despite how much money he makes. Your dumb ass think manhood is tied to money. You ain't a real man unless you make more than me. Women who think like that are pieces of shit and they're not good women. And most of those women don't ever have successful relationships and marriages. If you're a woman who thinks a man's manhood is completely contingent on how much money you make, then you're a fucking clown. And you don't deserve a man, honestly. You don't deserve a real man or a good man. There are women on this planet right now who make more money than their man. There are, and still let him be the man of the house because she respects manhood and understands manhood. There's women in America who are the breadwinners. They pay all the bills in the house and still let the man be the man. I don't know if it's because they was raised right or they just, I don't know, maybe they just got great hearts. I don't know, but that's a thing. I mean, even if we look at the P and hoe relationship, the hoe go out there and risk her LIF, and I know how to spell it for real. Y'all know what I'm doing here. She go risk her LIF every night, jumping in and out of cars just to go take the money back to the P. And he got her ass in check. He has her in check more than most regular men have their women in check. Way more in check than the average man has his woman or wife in check. And he don't work at all. She go work for him and bring the money back. Because she respect his manhood.
Not going to happen with me because I live in a space where I want to follow the leadership of my man. I want my man to make the decisions inside of my household. It's not about a dollar amount. It's not, oh, okay. No.
Because he can lead in other ways.
No,
and with finances,
you've got
even if
to
you make
lead
more.
the household. You can look. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys you options.
Exactly.
This is the question. The question I want to ask in fairness.
These people just got money.
Hold on.
They don't even, the people who think they got money don't even have no bread.
Let me ask you the question.
I disagree with you because I know the people.
That was a very interesting segment because, matter of fact, I'm going to play it in parts and address certain things. Well, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. But here's the thing.
Yeah, I used to watch Marrying Millions. I used to like that show. They said it was gonna do a season 3, but I guess they didn't go through with it. Or did they? Or maybe they came out with it and I missed it. I don't think they did. If one of my wrenches could research if there was ever a season 3 to Marrying Millions, or maybe there was a season 3, but I thought it was gonna be a season 4. Can somebody do their research? Can one of the wrenches do some research for me and tell me how many seasons Marrying Millions had?
It does always go back to money. If you have a man who has every quality or just about every quality that you're actually looking for, if you say you want a husband, if you say you want a marriage, if you say you want a leader, then that is not something that is exclusively happening with his finances. She's talking about, oh, it's not the part, it's everything as a whole. And you can't rank one out of the scale of 10. I got a scale of 10. I got a scale of 10. 1 through 10.
Okay, let's take a look at her scale. Okay, spiritual. Yeah, okay. Oh, all right, fine. But see here, um, I'm not saying spiritual and health are null and void, but I'm gonna try to pick out the ones that I would suggest for women. See, I would have a different opinion depending on how old the woman is. But let's just go with after 30. After 30, I would throw spiritual out. I would throw health out. Family oriented, I'll let you keep that one. Appearance, nope. After 30, throw appearance out. Dwelling, after 30, I'll throw that out. Mobility, throw that out after 30. Education, throw that out after 30. Profession, throw that out after 30. As long as you got a job. Leisure and wealth, all that get thrown out. So yeah, this list is pretty much null and void after 30. If he got his teeth and a job and he a good person, that's all you can ask for after 30.
Whole. And you can't rank one out of the scale of 10. I got a scale of 10. I got a scale of 10. 1 through 10. If and I've said this ad nauseum. If 1 through 9 is being handled properly, 10 is coming.
Hey. Hey. We back on. Hold on. Yeah. We back, baby. Yeah. All right, cool. That's dope. So what I was saying is, like, Crimson Cure is now talking about a dude having all 9 of these and then 10 is coming. They all want the wealth. Like, no, it's not realistic for a woman to want a man to be wealthy. It's silly. It's ridiculous. And I think it's ridiculous for a man to probably even have even 7 of these seems ridiculous. Like, this is not a real man. I feel like damn near if a dude got 4 of these, you hit the jackpot. I don't know. She said, oh, if you got all 9, 10 is coming. Not necessarily, man. You could be the hardest working, most intelligent, business-minded person in the world and still not end up wealthy. So many different factors. But let's keep going.
10 is coming. And wealth is more than monetary riches as well. It is the comfortability of your finances. So a person that is doing 1 through 9, the way that they should be doing 1 through 9 should not also be struggling hand to mouth. There should be a comfortability in their living. You understand what I mean? Hopefully you understand where I'm going with that. Wealth is a combination of not only some comfortable finances, because everyone's not going to be some type of millionaire. It just doesn't work like that. Life don't work like that. There will always be the poor among people. There will always be people who are right in the middle of that. There will be a fewer percentage of people that rise above and have, quote unquote, all of this financial wealth. But also, if you're doing 1 through 9 the way that you're supposed to, you have wealth in all of those areas. And some of that wealth is intangible. Not all of that wealth is financial. So you can rank it, because a person in a poverty mindset is different from a person that just don't got no money right now. That's different. That's actually very different. And a lot of females do not understand that difference. They think that wealth means money, and they think broke is poverty. Everybody should be striving not to have a poverty mindset, regardless of what is or is not in your bank account.
I agree, but let's move on. I just wanted to hit on that first clip mainly. Let's get the donations up, y'all. I want to stay on 2 hours. Nothing has been met. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. Or you could do super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box.
Women are queens, and I just, as long as she loves me, I love her. We're gonna be together. No, she gonna like me. Get in there and cook. Okay. Women cheat emotionally. Women don't usually cheat physically. We cheat because we trying to get the. Women cheat because I need a better.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I bet. So. I bet.
Women cheat because I need a better.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I bet.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I bet. So I'm in a relationship right now, right? And I feel like my girl be cheating, right? Just out of insecurities that I have about myself, I guess. So it's from my first girlfriend that I had, right? I'm gonna tell you, I'm 22 right now, right? And my first girlfriend I had was at 21. And she ended up cheating on me, right? So
let me just stop him right there. He's definitely young. The question I would ask him is, what is this woman you're with now look like, and what is the one that cheated on you the first time look like? How is she moving? Is she partying? Did she come from a good household? There's so many boxes that need to be checked off, especially in this new generation, if she's young, for you to even consider her as a girlfriend. At least 90% of women would be on the 90% of young girls, I feel like these days, would be cut on the first or second conversation. if you were using the RB, criteria. He young, so he probably just chasing a pretty face and a nice body and then want to be surprised when she cheated. But we gonna go in. But Chuck just donated $10. He's the live stream sponsor. We only need $15 more to stay on 2 hours. Everybody shout out Chuck. This for you, Chuck.
That's a hard nigga.
It's the happiest day of my life, is what I'm saying.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
You a gangster now. I'm winning any motherfucker way. I can't lose.
All right, so Jack says 90% of statistics are pulled out of nowhere. Where are you getting that information, Jack? Pretty sure that's not true. But look, honestly, a lot of shit I'll say, you don't even gotta check statistics. It's just observable reality. It's just obvious, observable reality. So Raina says, RB, what qualities do you think make a good woman? It's really simple, Raina. I mean, I'm assuming you mean a good woman. I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming you're meaning a good woman romantically. So what makes a good woman romantically is just being, I mean, yeah, fit, feminine, and friendly always works to keep it simple. Stay fit, stay feminine, and stay friendly. Be nurturing, help people, smile all the time, be super nice to people. That's pretty much it. Just be super nice, stay fit, be loving to people, try to help people, always be kind to people, don't snap on people, ask people about themselves. Just be a nice person. It's simple. It's super simple. But like romantically, just have sex with your man and be nice to him and be respectful to him and be submissive to him and treat him like a king. It's we don't ask for much. Be too nice to your man. Be overly nice to your man and fuck him and cook him a sandwich from time to time and don't get too fat. That's really it. The bar is in hell for society to see a woman as a good woman. Or as well as, look, the bar is in hell for a man to see a woman as a good woman. And that's why it's so pathetic that women are so horrible these days. Because the bare minimum makes men think a woman is a good woman. The absolute bare minimum. Just be a nice person and fuck them from time to time. Make them a sandwich from time to time. If that bar ain't in hell, I don't know what a bar being in hell is. That's why it's so pathetic that women can't even do that bare minimum. That's all it takes to be seen as a god in your community. Well, we ain't talking about your community. Look, all you have to do to be seen as a goddess in your relationship with your man is be nice to him, cook, and clean. That's really it. That's it. There's no excuse not to be able to do that. The hardest part for you as a woman is going to be controlling your emotions. If you could control your emotions and be nice to your man and cook and clean for him and not get too fat, you in there. That good man will do anything for you and protect and provide and just do everything for you until you die. That's all you got to do. Fit, feminine, friendly, and cook something. But let's continue. But okay, young bro right here at 21, 22, bruh. If you trying to be in a relationship with a baddie, that's your problem right there. If you're looking for a wife, you're looking at 5s and 6s, maybe a 7, a low-key 7. She got to be raised a certain way. She got to talk a certain way. She got to move a certain way with her friends. She got to have a certain friend group. If you 21, 22 looking for one of them real ones, that is going to be a very small percentage, and she ain't going to look that good. I'm telling you that right now. So if you can't get over the shallow part, don't even try to date right now. Just focus on your money. That's what I would tell him. Focus on building yourself up as a man. If you so caught up on being in a relationship with an 8 and 9 and or something, she's so cute and her body's so tight. Look, just keep focusing on your money and hopefully you'll grow out of that. Because the chances that a woman is gonna be a 9 or 10 and then just be this incredible loyal woman in these times at 20, 21, 22, no, bro. No. Setting yourself up for a loss from the beginning.
Right. So this girl that I'm dealing with right now, right? She's kind of showing me the same type of patterns that my ex did before she cheated, right? And she swore up and like she
Let me
tells
ask you
me
a question.
everything,
Let
like,
me wait, before we get into that, let me ask you a question. Why do you want a girlfriend?
why do I want a girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for someone to share my life with.
So you're looking for a wife?
Yes.
Okay. How much money you make?
I make around like 35 a year.
You ain't ready for no wife.
That ain't true. So, yeah, that ain't true. These bitches, no, I'm not. If the bitch don't want to build with me, fuck her. Like, look, he's not ready for a wife. He's not. His brain isn't even fully developed. That's why he's not ready for a wife. It's not because he don't make enough money for a wife. Bitches ain't worth no money. Like, oh my god.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
What kind of shit is that?
Relationships are not about fucking money. I just wish I could get it through everybody's fucking head. If a woman should be able to lock in, it's happened throughout history. A woman should be able to lock in with a man just off of who he is as a person at these ages. Of course, I can't provide. I'm 21. If you wasn't there building with a motherfucker, you don't deserve the spoils of his hard work. Yes, people used to marry their high school sweetheart and still do in small towns and places all across the world. People still marry their high school sweetheart. It ain't about no fucking money. It shouldn't be about money, man. The fuck? It's just shit. You should be able to have a woman at 20, 21 because like, oh my gosh, man. That's when true love happens. Of course he can't provide at 21. Man, that's stupid, man. Men don't, so no man should be in a relationship because men don't hit their financial stride till what, 40s and 50s? So no man should be in a relationship unless he makes 70, 80K. Because that's basically the logical conclusion to the philosophy that he's spitting. Oh, you ain't, if you don't make enough to hold down the household by yourself, you don't deserve love or a woman. Get the fuck out of here, man. These bitches, I don't need to make any money to have a bitch. A bitch ain't that important, man. This is what be frustrating me. It's just a bitch. No offense to if any ladies listening, y'all, but y'all get the general. They not gods. They not a holy grail of human existence. The pleasure is all hers just to be in my presence if I'm a good dude. It ain't about the money. It's not about the money. If she got a good dude in her life, hey, she can work 3 jobs to to maintain the household, and the pleasure is still all hers. The fuck are we talking about? Manhood is looked at so cheaply by even other men. My manhood is not based on no money. Like, oh my goodness, man. Like, I don't think, I don't know if sometimes I sound arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I just know that I'm a decent dude. And when I was a kid, I used to think I was just a regular dude. But the more I interacted with other dudes, I'm like, these niggas on some sucker shit. Maybe I am a little above average. And when I say above average, I'm strictly just talking about being a decent human being. I ain't talking about money, muscles, clout, style, game, charisma. I'm just simply talking about just being a good person, a halfway decent human being. And I'm not saying I'm a saint, but I'm just at least a decent human being. And like I said, growing up as a kid, I thought that was just the bare minimum being a decent human being. I knew it was a couple few bad apples, but I thought the average bare minimum was just be a decent human being. But as I got older, I realized, oh no, most people on some major fuck shit when it comes to just human decency. So I say all that to say, I mean, shit, I'm a catch. I feel like I'm a catch for most women, if not all. Because like as I said earlier in this stream, a good average Joe dude is the most underrated thing on the planet. So if I didn't work at all and the bitch worked 3 jobs to keep our bills paid, the pleasure is all hers. Like I hope I'm making sense to at least some of y'all. So I completely reject this notion if you shouldn't have a girlfriend, or you can't have a girlfriend because you don't make 70, 80K to be able to buy a house and sustain all the bills. It's ridiculous, man. So yeah, $10 down, 15 more to go to keep me on 2 hours. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat. Let me know what y'all think. Am I still live? Somebody let me know something in the live chat. Somebody say something. We still on? I'm pretty sure we're still on. Hmm.
Okay, how much money you make?
I make around like 35 a year.
You ain't ready for no wife. So you don't need to be dating anyway. You ain't got enough money to be looking for no relationship and no wife and no time soon. You don't make enough money.
Why do you say that?
Because because you're supposed to be a man, and a man is a husband, is supposed to be a provider. So right now you can barely provide for yourself. And it's not a bad thing. You fucking 21 or 22.
Let me look, man. Men provide so much to a woman outside of just money. So that whole that manhood being tied to money shit, I'm over it, man. I'm over it. But look, I already made my point about the money. Let's just keep it going.
And it's not a bad thing. You fucking 21 or 22. So you in your younger 20s. It's not a knock or a diss at you, nigga. I didn't have no money when I was fucking 21, 22. So what I'm telling you is you're not where you need to be as a man before you even start dating. You're not where you need to be. And it's not all about money, but you have to be able to have that, you know, during the dating process and when you get into a relationship with a woman and it gets serious and then you eventually looking for a wife. You're not you
I mean, by this logic, a woman is just essentially a bill, like an expensive hole I'm paying to fuck. Like I like no, like by this logic, a woman is just a bill. It's not about love. It's about her just being a financial burden on me, essentially, and just maybe fucking me a couple times a week and nagging me. No, man, no, no. I don't want to be with a woman who only gonna respect me because I can pay all the bills. I want a woman who would love and respect me so much she would pay all the bills just to be around me. And those women exist. And like I said, that the pimp and hoe dynamic. These bitches are paying these men for their manhood. And to me, that makes more sense than the common a man should pay for a womanhood. To me, manhood brings more to a woman's life than womanhood brings to a man's life. So if anything, a bitch should be coming to a man's life begging him to pay his bills so she can get some of that manhood. Not the other way around. To me, that make more sense. Seriously, men bring more value to a woman's life inherently. So shit, a bitch should be paying a nigga bills. If we want to talk about what's the most valuable, manhood is the most valuable in a relationship.
to a relationship with a woman and it gets serious and then you eventually looking for a wife. You're not you just not financially ready yet. So you gonna fuck yourself over because you worried about all this other shit. And I promise you, your dating outcomes will be a lot better, and women will probably have a lot more respect for you, and you'll probably act better as a man if you got your money up, because then you will have some pride and some you know some respect for yourself, and women will probably respect you more. But you
Well, no, you gotta have pride and respect for yourself outside of money. This is sick. I want young men to have pride and respect for themselves because they're good humans or they're intelligent, something like that. Not money. Money's just a tool. It's just a tool. I don't want a man's self-esteem to be based on money or muscles or because I got a bitch. Let it be off just who you are at the core as a human being, because that's the one thing nobody could ever take from you. Your intelligence, your sense of humor, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, like your core things that make you who you are, your soul, not no fucking money or a job title. Come on, man. But he young too. I ain't hating him, bro. I'm setting the record straight.
then you will have some pride and some you know some respect for yourself, and women will probably respect you more. But you're not making enough to be nobody's husband, bro. You're not ready to be nobody's husband yet.
Okay, so I hear you on that, right? But why? I feel like why can't I have a girl, right? I make 35, right? And
Shit, that's a lot at 21. I wasn't making 35 at 21, 22. Shit. 35? I mean, I'm guessing that's before tax, but even that's like 28? I wasn't making 28,000 at 21, 22. I probably was making 14,000. So shit, that motherfucker got it. He doing good to me. Like, look, the way it's supposed to go, in my opinion. Wait, a new car. Wait, what? Seriously thinking about being a 3? Oh, that's crazy. All right. So, so look, the way it's supposed to go. Like back in the day, and in certain countries or whatever, family is big, man. So the whole family look out for you. You get a girlfriend, okay, cool. Y'all get together. We gonna make sure y'all got somewhere to live. Y'all can work y'all little part-time jobs until y'all build yourselves up. We gonna make sure y'all straight. If y'all have some kids, we gonna help look after the kids while y'all build yourself up. That's how it's really supposed to go. This whole thing where one man just supposed to get out in the world at 21 and start making 70K and start a family, it's absurd. It's fucking absurd. Young people should be getting together and they should have a whole family structure on both sides, making sure that couple succeeds. That's how that shit's supposed to go. Not one man getting thrown out here in the world and supposed to just build this whole life by itself as one man with the economy the way it is and the lack of opportunities. It's just fucking absurd.
make 35, right? And she makes whatever she makes, right? But I can take care of myself.
Yeah, but you can't take care of a woman right now and possible children.
We're not having children.
Y'all eventually want to have children, right?
Well, eventually, but like,
right. So then you're not there yet. I asked you why you wanted a girlfriend. You said because I'm looking for somebody to spend the rest of my life with. So you're speaking about a wife.
Yes.
So you're not ready. So because you want a girlfriend because you want to be someone's husband, meaning you want a future wife. But
so
you're not ready yet.
So we can't build together?
Women are not trying to build with the man. Women.
Well, fuck that bitch then. Well, fuck that bitch. Why would I want her then? Why would I want her, Aunt CEO? Why would I want the bitch then? If she ain't willing to grind in no type of way with me. I ain't saying she gotta grind like a man, but she ain't trying to like build with me in no type of way. Even the part-time job at the pizza shop, nothing. She ain't trying to like build nothing with. So why should I want the bitch? When I finally do get there, why should I want some bitch to just come leech off me? So when I do get 35 and I got the bag or whatever, I'm supposed to meet some 22-year-old and just let the bitch leech off of me. She ain't build shit with me, and I'm just no. So now when I'm 35 and I got the bag and everything built and I bought my house, now the bitch got to come with 50, because you ain't helped me build shit. So I need you to bring something to this table to sit at it. Yeah, you gotta keep you and because even if I want you to sit at home with the kids, I'm not about to have kids with you until I at least live with you for 3 or 4 years. So at 35, if I meet a 22-year-old, that's why you know what? I believe in age gap dating. I do. Yeah, I believe when men build themselves in their 30s, they should get with a 19, 20, 21-year-old. You know why? Because I gotta live with you for 3 or 4 years to vet you before I find you worthy to push out my seeds and be my wife. Just because I meet a if I'm 35, just because I meet a 21-year-old and we having that little honeymoon stage and all that. No, I'm not about to just jump into some shit and put a baby in you and sit you up in my house and let you reap the benefits of all my hard work. That's why I believe in age gap dating. Yeah, you built yourself as a 35, 40-year-old man. Yeah, get you a 20-year-old. Yep. Because I got to get to know you first. And that's going to take 3 or 4 years minimum. Really 5 years. I get to know we date for a year, and I need to live with you for 3 or 4 years after our first year to see if you even worthy. So I totally believe in age gap dating more so than ever. Now that I'm really thinking about it, a 35 or 40-year-old man who got no kids and single and want a family, he should date a 20-year-old. Because if you want 3 kids, you see what I'm saying? Like if I want to vet her for 5 years and I want 3 kids, I don't I don't want her having kids after geriatric pregnancy. So yeah, I need a 20-year-old. Yes, a 40-year-old man, single, successful, got his shit together. Yeah, you need a 20-year-old. Because if I get a 30-year-old, a so-called age appropriate woman, and I vet her for 5 years, she's at geriatric pregnancy. She's at geriatric pregnancy by the time I vet her for 5 years. See the problem with that? So anybody trying to like make it seem like age gap dating is so wrong is a fucking idiot. Flat out.
Together.
Women are not trying to build with the man. Women want to be with the man that's already built. You ain't even built within yourself yet. Do you own a home?
No.
Okay, then. You don't own a home. Do you own a car?
Yes.
You're not where you need to be yet, bro. You don't have anything else in place right now for you to be into a situation right now with a woman. You're not there yet, bro. And that's okay. You young as fuck. I wish I had somebody telling me this when I was your age. You're young as fuck. And these women are cheating on you.
I mean, yeah, he okay, I'll put it like this. It's not about the money, but he need the red pill. He do need the red pill. He do need that. And I would say at this age, I wouldn't really worry about no girlfriend. 21, 22, just keep building, bro. These bitches, they gonna be there. Keep building and read red pill books and watch red pill content and just keep building. Get your knowledge up, your wisdom up. He need to get out of that fairy tale shit. And even here's the thing. I'm not gonna hold it against a man if he want a companion or he want to be in a relationship with a woman. Like I hear you, RB, all the stuff you say true, but I still want a companion. I'm not going to shit on him for that or say, no, you wrong for wanting a companion. We human. We want companionship. I get it. The red pill is just gonna give you the game so you can vet properly. And I would still probably say don't get married because the shit is just a bad deal in America. And I would say, if you want to start a family, that's just it's rough, man. Starting a family in America is fucking rough. I can't really advise a man to start a family in America. It's just the odds are too much against him. Odds are just too much against him. The culture of how the family treat the man is bad. I feel like there's still certain places in the world where the family treat the man that come in and take the daughter off their hands good, like great even. So yeah, it's just having to starting a family with a woman in America is just a bad deal, really, in so many ways. So I don't know, but yeah, he too young to worry about a woman right now. I think, but not for the reason this dude's saying the money.
I was your age. You're young as fuck. And these women are cheating on you. So your way and your way ain't working. The process that you moving ain't working. You don't got all the answers. So I'm giving you some game up front. As a man, you got to make sure that you a good enough man first. and you probably wouldn't be dealing with these type of women. You probably would have a little bit more respect for yourself. You probably would be checking shit at the door because you have the leverage to do it. You don't have the leverage to do it right now, so you have to accept what you can get right now at this point.
So so the part I don't understand, right? So you're trying to tell me that if I don't have enough money, then I'm never gonna be able to like find a wife?
Yep.
That makes no sense because people who have money, their wife cheat on them.
We not talking. God, you don't get it, bro. We not talking about the.
Oh, he right. Young bro was right. Rich niggas get cheated on all the time. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all these niggas get cheated on. Rappers get cheated on, rich rappers. Money's not gonna stop a bitch from cheating on you. You buying a bitch a house is not gonna stop her from cheating on you. Like, that nigga, he right about that. All men get cheated. We hear about all men across the spectrum getting cheated on. Rich, poor, handsome, not handsome, tall, not tall. Gave her everything he could possibly give her, didn't give her everything. All, like, we've heard of every type of man getting cheated on by a bitch. A bitch is gonna be a bitch. You having money ain't gonna stop a bitch from being a bitch.
We not talking. God, you don't get it, bro. We not talking about the possibility.
So that's why
We're
I'm
not.
asking you.
I've explained it multiple times, and everybody in here understands. Who raised you? Your mama raised you?
Yes, my mama raised me.
Your daddy was in your life?
Yes.
Did y'all live in the same household?
Nah.
Yeah, you got a lot of. I was raised by my mama energy, bro, and I had the same thing when I was in my early 20s. You don't get it yet, bro. You just don't get it yet. You don't understand what come with this this life of manhood. You don't get it yet, bro. You still got the fairy tale women are off. You still got the Romeo and Juliet mentality. The women.
I agree that he has the Romeo and Juliet mentality, and he'll grow out of it. But he right too though about it don't matter how much money I got it for bitches. Ain't shit bitch you gonna cheat. Yeah, ain't shit bitch you gonna cheat. You can't buy a woman's respect. And I'm still just trying to figure out how to maintain a bitch. Not trying to figure it out, but y'all know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I can say trying to figure out. I want to talk to a man who has maintained a woman's respect, living in a house with her for over 10 years. Somebody please set up that interview. I want to do that interview. Maintaining the woman respect. Well, what we call it 20 years. A man who been living in a house with a woman for 20 years and she still treat him with the utmost respect after 20 years. I want to interview that man. Yeah, see, I've been watching some of this dude, Ant CEO, I guess his name. I've been watching some of his content. Yeah, he arrogant, but he young too. He got a lot of growing up to do too. I mean, he has some intelligence and game about him. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But he got that arrogance about him that I don't respect in men. He got that ego with him that I don't respect in men. I don't respect the male ego. You know, a lot of men talk about the male ego in a positive way or like, oh yeah, men are supposed to have, man, fuck your ego. I don't respect any guy's ego. I don't give a fuck if it's, like I said, Elon Musk, Floyd Mayweather. I don't think having an ego is a positive thing. I don't give a fuck how hard you work or what you accomplish. I don't see an ego as a good thing or a respectable thing. So yeah, he arrogant. I don't like his arrogance, but entertaining content at times. I might still watch his content, but yeah.
You still got the Romeo and Juliet mentality. The women are all queens, and you smoking a vape right now. I already know the type of nigga you is.
You can tell the type of nigga I am because.
But so the things that you say and the fact that you're smoking a vape, yeah.
So I'm not okay. All right.
Yeah. I can tell.
Yeah, this that feminine energy. Ant CEOs, yeah. These are the niggas I don't like in real life. These are niggas you usually have to punch in the face. I mean, but I'm not saying you should do that. I try to just get away from niggas like this. I don't want it to go to a fight. I try to just get away. I like, oh, you on that? I see what you on. You are all right, bro. I'm out. This is when you just walk away. Yeah, this is when you just walk away.
I can tell.
I appreciate you, gang.
It's not even a disrespect you. This is give you the game. A lot of people are not honest with y'all niggas. I'm being honest with you, my nigga. You need to hear this shit.
Okay, I've been saying nigga. I kind of stopped saying. If y'all, for people who've been watching my channel, I really didn't say nigga hardly ever for months and months since I've been doing lives, which is I don't know if it's been a year yet, or I really don't use the word nigga a lot. But I did get on a kick for a few months where I was kind of saying it a lot. I don't know where that came from, but I definitely, even when I use it on the channel, that's one thing. But I don't use really the word nigga in my real life, and I really wouldn't call another person a nigga. I mean, I know, like I said on the channel, it's a little different, but like in real life, I'm having a conversation with somebody. I don't really call black men nigga. Probably should just not say it at all. But hey, we grew up on it. Shit happens. You might get on a kick where you saying it a little bit, but in real life, I don't call black men nigga. Um, like I'll just use this example. Like on this conversation, I wouldn't be calling this young man nigga. I just say that. Y'all take that how you want it.
Not honest with y'all niggas. I'm being honest with you, my nigga. You need to hear this shit. Cause I'm not the real world and these women, let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. These women are gonna be really cutthroat with you. And it's not like it's gonna be with their words or their physicality. It's gonna be the fact that they fucking with somebody else. You already had the first one cheat on you, and now the second one exuding the same behavior. Do you think if you was Chris Brown, these women would have cheated on you or did anything against you?
Yes, nigga. I just called him a nigga.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
He only gets defensive when you're too passionate on the topic. Okay. Can you reword that, Spirit? He only gets defensive when you're too passionate on the topic. It triggers you, RB. Right. Look, I don't really get it. All right, but look. Yes, a bitch would cheat on Chris Brown or do something wrong to Chris Brown. I'm positive if we talked to Chris Brown, he would say yes, a bitch cheated on him before after he was rich and famous. Yes. Rich niggas get cheated on. Yes, bitches do bad things to rich famous men. Yes. So yeah, bro in the red hat got a lot of bro in the red hat got a lot of learning to do still too. As we all do.
Chris Brown, these women would have cheated on you or did anything against you?
I can't, bro. But like,
It's a yes or no question, nigga. It's a yes or no question.
yes.
No, they probably
I feel
would
like
have. These same two women that you're
everybody get
speaking
cheated
about,
on.
these same two women that you're speaking about probably would. Now, that's an extreme example. Obviously, Chris Brown is another is an extreme example. But the reason why I bring that up is because you're not a valuable man enough yet to get a woman to not want to cheat on you.
Bro, it's not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look, only way she could see me as a valuable person is if I got social status and money. Then I don't want to be with the bitch anyway. I don't want her respect at that point. I don't want her to not cheat on me. I don't want to be with her, period. I wouldn't even want to be with a woman who only not cheating on me because I got social status and money. The fuck? Oh my goodness.
Yet to get a woman to not want to cheat on you. That's the point that I'm making. You're not at the peak of your value. Do you know when a man's prime is? When is a man's prime? Do you know? That's a problem. You don't even know what a man's prime is. If you could guess, when do you think is a man's prime?
I say, well, like when he's
It's an
fine.
age. What is a man's prime?
At like 35.
Yes, it's 35. You're 22. Now do the math, nigga.
Well, gang.
You have 13 years until you stop. You have 13 fucking years before you hit your prime. Do you think women tend to date older men or younger men?
Older men.
Let me talk about this too. Yeah, I really want to talk about this. Let's say I was talking to the dude in the red hat, and the way he talking, it could be argued that it's getting a little disrespectful. But this is how men talk to each other in male spaces, and this is the point I want to make. If we was just in a spot with the bros, or just a male space where it's a bunch of niggas in the space, and I expressed that, hey, bro, you kind of being like disrespectful, like chill, tone that down. I know it's a lot of guys that will say, nigga, stop being sensitive. Nigga, this is just how men talk. Nigga, it's false. See, men will gaslight you and shame you and guilt you into accepting fuck shit as normal man shit. And let's just say it is the norm way that men talk. That don't make it right. Just because that's traditionally the way men talk in male spaces, it don't make it the right thing to do. Like, don't let groups of men shame you into going along with fuck shit, because that's just usually what we do is fuck shit. Or men have always done this particular fuck thing, so you should stop being sensitive and just go along with it. No. No. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. And I know this nigga right here in the red hat will call himself like a man's man and an alpha. Like, and I was thinking about this early. A lot of alpha men, and some of these niggas do have some alpha characteristics. Like, I won't take that from you. But a lot of these quote unquote alpha males, these niggas really be acting like bitches for real. But they think if they talk loud and put a mean face on, it's not bitch shit. No, it's still bitch shit, even though you said it aggressive with a mean face. Like, the whole way that his whole way that he's talking and conducting himself is some bitch shit. But he's presenting it sort of in a aggressive, manly way, so he can say, "No, nigga, this just how men talk, nigga." No, it's not how a real man has to talk, or how I think a real man should talk. And I don't care if 90% of men disagree and say I'm just being soft, but that's the shaming language that men do. You know, shame, insult, and the need to be right. Men do that shit too. Men use sign language too, especially in male spaces. They will shame you into thinking fuck shit is some real shit, or some fuck shit is some alpha shit. Like, yeah, they don't talk about that enough in the red pill community. These dudes not solid, man. Dudes be trying to hide behind that alpha aggressive shit. Like, no, you're not a good nigga. You're not a solid dude. Like, you're not. You're not, bro. Hey, you might know how to fight. You might be able to whoop my ass. You might make more money than me. But you're not a solid dude. You're not an honorable man, bro. That need to be the new standard, not being an alpha or tough. The new standard need to be, are you a good human? Let's start there before we get into any of this alpha shit, aggressive shit, who make more money, who can fight. Are you a good human? Are you conducting yourself in an honorable, stand-up, respectable way? The answer is going to be no for most men. Flat the fuck out. But they try to hide behind toughness or talking loud or yada, yada, yada. I see through it, bro. Because I'm looking at things from a different lens. Like, I'm using a different standard than most men probably would use. So I'm just saying that, yeah, if I expressed that I had a problem with the way he was talking, the most of the guys in that space were probably, oh, nigga, stop being soft. Nigga, this how men talk, bro. Oh, I disagree, but I'm just gonna leave, y'all. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. I'm just gonna leave. And then niggas the narrative gonna be, remember, the same insults, guilt, men do it too. They gonna say, oh, Ant ran that nigga RB off. See, this is where maturity comes in, where you don't give a fuck about none of that goofy shit. Okay, yeah, tell everybody Ant ran me off. Okay, great. I'm too mature to give a fuck.
Do you think women tend to date older men or younger men?
Older men.
Thank you. So you not know where you need to be. Every woman that you're gonna talk to right now, bro, has a better option than you. She probably can attract a man that got more money than you, that look better than you, that's taller than you, that's more intelligent than you, that have better things set up than you. They all can do better than you right now. If you compare your value to a woman at the same age that you are, she is shitting on you. It's like LeBron James playing basketball against a baby, nigga. Women have intrinsic value when they're in their 20s.
No, but oh my gosh, I get what he's right, but I'm just looking at it, I guess, from my perspective now. Like, this bitch ain't shit. I get what he's saying. Like, I get what he's saying, right? Like, society values a hot 20-year-old because they don't, most society is stupid. 80% of people are dumb, deaf, and blind, stupid. Figuratively, like, as far as deaf and blind. But just said it earlier in the stream. The most underrated thing on planet Earth is the average Joe good man, and the most overrated thing on this planet is a 21-year-old hot bitch. I'm gonna say it one more time. I gotta say it one more time. The most underrated thing on the planet is the average Joe good man, and the most overrated thing on the planet is a hot 21-year-old bitch. So, bro, on the 22-year-old on the phone making $35K is more to me, and he seemed like a fairly nice, decent young man, based on what I guess, just what I'm perceiving from looking at this video. Is better than any hot 21-year-old woman. Let's finish it up.
They're in the prime of their dating market. They're in the dating market prime right now. You're not. So you're effectively, what you're trying to do is you're trying to take you not having enough value to get a woman that's in the peak of her value and then expect her to operate how she's supposed to operate. She's not going to. Especially with modern women, she's not going to. You have another 10 years before you should even be looking for a wife. Now, are there some men that can get it popping in their early 20s? Yeah, but they have to have an extensional amount of money. They have to have some extensional type of mentality. They have to.
Usually those guys ain't trying to settle down because they swimming in pussy. See, that's what women don't get. Like, oh my goodness, they try to wait at the finish line, and that almost never works it's not gonna work for 95% of them. It's not gonna work. The golden ticket is getting with this nigga that's making $35K at 21, 22. And like I said, I think that's pretty good for 21, 22. But they don't get it. These bitches that cheated on young bro, they're already cooked. They already cheating on niggas at 21. These bitches already cooked. They're gonna be old and washed up and on Kendra G.
They have to have some essential type of mentality. They have to already have some things in place. You're not there yet, bro. You're not there yet mentally. I can tell by the way that you speak, the stuff that you say. I can tell when you come up, you say, "Hey, gang." Like I can just hear certain things. I can tell certain things by how you operate. You're not ready yet, bro. And that's probably why women are cheating on you. Women cheat emotionally. Women don't usually cheat physically. We cheat because we're trying to get some pussy. Women cheat because I need a better nigga. So you have to understand that. That's what
I mean, I don't know if when a 21-year-old bitch cheat, it could just be, I mean, it's emotional and physical. It's not necessarily like the 21-year-old bitches who cheated on bro, they're not looking to settle down with any nigga and go fold clothes and make dinners. They not really trying to do that with Chris Brown. They trying to go have some fun with Chris Brown, take some pictures, get fucked by him, go on some yachts, go on some shopping sprees. Most of these 21-year-old bitches, especially the ones that cheated on bro on the phone, they not trying to go sit down and be a wholesome traditional woman to any man, a billionaire. So that's cap.
I'm trying to tell you. You're not ready to be dating women in a serious future wife looking way, bro. You're not. It's not the 1960s. If it was 1960s, it's different because that you could be 22, working a factory job right out of high school, be making enough money to provide for you, your wife, and your kids. And your wife women wanted to be a housewife. But now you're also in competition with these same women in the workforce. So a lot of these women are that you come across probably gonna be doing better than you as well. You know,
That's kind of a myth too. This whole thing that women are doing financially better than men, the stats aren't showing that based on the stats I'm seeing. Maybe somebody could send me some different stats. On average, men are doing better than women financially in every fucking age bracket. Unless I'm looking at the wrong statistics.
where you need to be, bro. And you ain't nowhere near on that trajectory of that yet. It take time. You trying to rush and force shit. You putting energy into a woman. You need to be taking the same energy you putting into women and dates and flowers and all that other shit and put that into yourself and your growth. And that's going to be, you're going to become a better man first, and then you'll have the dating market at your disposal. And then you can do what you want to do. And then you can lock in and be serious with somebody. And then you'll know how to move and operate with women. And then you'll know all the other things that you need to know. You get what I'm saying now? Or are you still like, no, women are cool. My mommy.
I got you. I got you, bro.
All right.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, like, what you got an attitude? Like, yeah. But see, this. See, I was thinking about this earlier too. A lot of these young niggas is getting to the bag. But actually, let's use Tupac for example. Tupac was in his early 20s. Everything we know about Tupac happened essentially between 20 and 25, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. Like movies with Janet Jackson, platinum albums, like that's crazy. But just let's think about this for a minute. Everything we know about Tupac Shakur happened from essentially 20 to 25, 5 years. And he was young as fuck. Basically same age group as bro on the phone. When young niggas get power, money, and clout, they're not mentally ready for it. And they get to wilding out. Tupac wasn't mentally evolved enough, as intelligent as he was, as evolved as he was for his age. He was very advanced in a lot of ways. But in a lot of other ways, he was still a kid mentally. Like, don't get me wrong, mentally in some ways, I'm blown away by Tupac if you listen to his interviews and shit. But in other ways, he was a big ass kid. Tupac wasn't, to no fault of his own. I mean, he was, like I said, he was so young. Like, he wasn't ready for all that power, money, and clout. He wasn't ready for it. He took it for granted and abused it because he wasn't old enough to really be able to handle it. The same thing for these YouTubers and streamers or these whatever the fuck boxers, young 21-year-old superstar boxers. These niggas ain't ready for that power, clout, and leverage. They're not mentally ready for it. They're not wise enough for it to really handle it the way they're supposed to handle it. I mean, yeah, some grow into it and they find their way. But yeah, we'll just leave it there. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. Keep your karma and soul clean. He's going to ask you about the shit when you meet him. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play an asshole on the internet. And I've never done anything remotely wrong my entire life. Ever. Good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow between 6 and 8 Central Time. Follow me on Rumble, link in the description. Check out merch, link in the description. Join the membership, link in the description.